some of that heat. Look, one of the reasons voting is so difficult is that we can treat voting as a consumeristic choice rather than a civic responsibility. We get frustrated, and it is frustrating when we have to choose between options that don't perfectly fit our personalities, our desires, our self-conception. Because in so many other areas of our life, especially in the modern economy, we have choices of products that are directly marketed to us and our individual needs and preferences. Voting reminds us that we do not just live as individuals, but in communities. And so what I tell people who are trying to sift through sort of all of the rhetoric, all of the manipulation, is that voting is not meant to be a perfect expression of your will, that we should take our vote seriously. But many of us feel so paralyzed when we fill out our ballot because we feel as though we should not feel any conflict when we vote. But I'm much more concerned about voters who don't feel conflict when they vote than I do about voters who do feel some tension, some hesitancy, some ambivalence. People who don't feel conflicted when they vote might feel that way because they've ceded their intellect, their conscience over to party platforms and the whims of politicians. And as Christians who don't take our marching orders from fallible politicians, but seek to be in line with the King of Kings, it's no wonder we don't feel comfortable with our options. And so, Gabe, like the best we can do, and we'll talk more about this, but is prayerfully consider how we might be best use our vote and our political involvement to love our neighbors. It's okay, good in fact, to consider our own personal experiences and convictions when considering who to vote for, but we should also look outside of that to our neighbors, to our communities. What are our communities struggling with? What are the needs, particularly of the poor and the vulnerable? And take it to God as well.